You want to do like an intro or anything like that?
All right, welcome to the Wallbouncing Warbond tier list, the WBWB tier list. I'm joined today by Rogue Cart. Introduce
Xbox
yourself.
guy.
Xbox guy.
I'm here to help my Xbox peeps, bro. That's what I'm here to do. Here to help them out.
Rogue's a
Give
decorated
them
diver with almost 1,000 hours of experience.
almost. I do have 1,000. What the?
What's your favorite color?
It is. I like red. I like red. It's pretty cool.
You like red? All right, I'll make you red. All right. Boom, you're red now. You don't know it right now, but it's in editing already.
Oh damn.
Okay, so I think we'll start by
First, mobilize. Obviously,
we won't do mobilize. We'll do premium. We'll start with premium.
we'll start with the premiums.
Yeah.
Really? You're gonna start with the free thing that everyone's gonna have unlocked first.
The free thing is always gonna be, in my opinion, like it has so much good stuff. I already would have put that on the very top.
That's why I'm just saying, man. It's just like we can just get it out of the way, bro. Get it out of the way. We know Helldivers Mobilize is good. It literally has fucking a lot of good stuff in it. It has all the good boosters, all the base good boosters. Freaking obviously you get money out of it, but like I think honestly the best thing in this entire Warbond besides the boosters is the Scorcher, just alone by itself. The Scorcher does God's work.
Oh yeah, Hellpot's base optimization on page
Base
3.
optimization.
Vitality enhancement.
Vitality,
you get
yes.
a couple of medkit democracy protects, mediums, a couple heavies. What's this one again? UAV? That's kind of whatever. But where is the Scorcher?
Oh, there
it is.
The
At the very
Slugger.
end. Yeah, and Slugger
Like 100
also.
and something.
You are gonna have to kind of burn through all the metals to get this.
But like the Scorcher is like the best weapon in this entire page. But like besides that, the boosters alone.
The boosters alone are very good. I feel like you need to always.
Because optimize vitality. I think isn't stamina enhancement in here too?
Stamina enhancement, I don't think is in here. Hellpot space, vitality enhancement, UAV. Oh, it is here, page 7.
Yeah.
If I was to redo this whole game, I think I would prioritize just the boosters first, and then maybe Scorcher, the medium medkit, as well as a medium scout. Not the what's it called?
Not the Trailblazer.
Not the Trailblazer. Battle Master for fortified. You get the penetrator too.
You also get the what is it? The freaking
Medium engineer. It's also very good.
you also get Democracy Protects down there too.
Yeah, Democracy Protects at the very end. This armor, Champion of the People.
Is there another one?
Oh, there's another one here. Yeah, on page 5.
That one, yeah.
Hero of the Federation. You also get the Scythe, which isn't that bad either. But I would say this is like yeah. If non
S tier Warbond.
S tier Warbond, you get a lot of good stuff. You get a decent set of armor passives, a couple of good primaries, must need boosters, and a healthy amount of super credits. So I think that's pretty brain dead. So now let's do Steeled Veterans, which came out at launch.
It has the Concussive, the Breaker, Incendiary Breaker, and the Dominator in it.
I would say the Senator and let's see here.
Oh yeah, you also get the Senator in here too.
Senator and the Jar 5 are the only good things in my opinion on this.
Okay, hey, don't be sleeping on the Breaker Incendiary. All right.
No, yeah.
It's a great horde clear.
It was.
It was
even better.
It was better when it first came out, but like it's still a pretty solid horde clear weapon, especially for like early game. Like you'll farm bugs with this weapon, hands down.
Yeah, I'd say early game. Likewise, as you're going through difficulties, this can easily carry you through bomb missions. This can easily carry you through bug missions.
For Concussive though.
Yeah, you get sever assisted across the board. Concussive, it's slowly getting better. You know, you can invest now while it's a penny stock, and then as the updates come around.
I don't think this. I don't think this. I mean, the Senator is like really good because wouldn't that be like your first like AP, like really high AP weapon?
This is like, yeah, this would be your first AP. This was like the first high AP weapon to have AP4.
Not stratagems, of course. Not stratagems.
No, yeah.
Like high AP wise, yeah.
When this thing first came out, it wasn't that good. It was only medium, and it didn't have a full 6-round reload, so you had to do one at a time.
Also, it wasn't 200 damage.
And it wasn't also 200 damage. Concussive wasn't good either.
Still not good, but you know.
Break Incendiary used to be disgusting because of how fire worked. I think at some point, 40% of every bug dive had a Break Incendiary, so they had to nerf it by like taking away some of the reserve ammo. And then Jar was always I feel like was
Jar
Jar
always
good?
been good.
Yeah, Jar was always
Jar's
good.
always been good. It's just like it's held back because of the ergo. Because it oh my god, the ergo on that weapon is absolute dog. But there is the armor that does help with the ergo later on.
You do have servo assisted medium. Is this light? I think it's also medium. This is medium also.
No, light's a store. Medium. Light's a warp armor. It took me forever to find light servo.
Yeah, I'm sure other Warbonds have servo assisted. I don't think if you're looking for servo assisted.
No. This is the only one with servo assisted.
This is the only one. Light... What? Hey everyone, post-editing Wallbouncing here. We do figure out that other Warbonds have servo assisted. You're gonna see us factor in this into our tier list at the beginning, but you're gonna see us work it out later on. So just want to give you a heads up about that. Incendiary grenade, I wouldn't really pay too much attention to.
There's plenty of other horde clear things.
Yeah, there's plenty of other horde clear grenades, including the frag, which is in the Helldivers Mobilize, which you carry more.
Incendiary is just Incendiary is there if you really just want like tick damage.
Yeah, and this
you can stack it with gas.
Flexible reinforcement booster, I would say, is not that necessary either. So I guess the big takeaways here would just be the breaker, the jar, the medium, the servo assisted, and then the senator.
Yeah, but like.
But let's see. If I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. It's not S. It's not A. I say it's either B or C.
I'm gonna go like bottom B, depending on the other. I'm gonna say bottom B, but like we'll.
We'll put in B now. The fact that it's the only. You said it's the only Warbond that has servo assisted.
Yeah, only Warbond that has servo.
Okay, that's the only thing that's making it cross from C to B, in my opinion. All right, the next one, cutting edge. I think this is the first 1 month after release. This has like a little bit of everything. You have las weapons, plasma weapons, and then the arc weapons.
The blitzer, the best bug weapon out there, just hands down.
Yeah. So on page 3, you have the blitzer, which is pretty much infinite ammo, good stagger, medium penetrating.
It's slow to fire.
Yes.
It's a very like tight weapon, but like if you want a weapon, if you want something to deal with like bugs, this is your weapon. Against every other faction, it's like whatever. It's not too bad against the Illuminate.
Yeah, with
but
all
like it's like quintessential bug weapon. If you want stagger, this is your guy.
Yeah, it used to be a very long interval per shot, but I think they buffed it where it was a little bit quicker in between shots.
Oh yeah, Punisher, Plasma Punisher. Fucking if Lego was here,
yeah,
probably be glazing.
Yeah, Punisher Plasma. It's kind of a unique firing way. It's a plasma round that you fire in an arc. It's a bit of a geometry.
You can shoot over stuff.
You can shoot over stuff as well as like
heavy stagger on it too.
Oh yeah, so heavy stagger.
Another stagger weapon. It's very good against all factions actually. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and stagger just interrupts enemy actions. It just like if they're like trying to like wind up an attack, it just like resets it. So it's very good against groups of enemies.
It's very, very decent. Stun grenade was like the most used grenade.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, I think a couple months after the game came out, stun grenade was like the most used grenade. You can easily line up shots with the railgun on Hulks or on Chargers, because the railgun used to be used on Chargers.
But like this grenade, I'll be honest, it fell off hard.
It fell off hard, especially when gas grenade came out. It kind of like
Oh my!
Almost did the same thing, but better, because it also did damage over time as well as made them have a chance to even hit each other.
I want to say if you want like an easy lineup for like any support weapon, this is probably your go-to grenade. Like if you like railgun, freaking AMR, freaking even like I guess Quasar, Eats, Recoilless. This is probably a really good grenade for you if you really want like the lineup shots really well. Easily, but like there's other options.
Better options. I'd say the biggest things here. Oh my god, I forgot the sickles here. I remember when the sickle came out, everyone was using this, and every dive the primary weapon, because as a las weapon you technically don't.
Infinite.
It's basically infinite ammo. Yeah.
Yes, but like light armor pin. We know how people feel about light armor pin. We know how people feel about that, but with light armor, I mean, this weapon, it's accurate, it shoots a lot, infinite ammo. It's like honestly, it's a better assault rifle than most assault rifles, truly. Later down the line with other weapons, it kind of gets outshadowed. Localization confusion?
Yeah, localization
actually
confusion.
Not that bad.
It's not, yeah, I would say this is not actually a bad booster, but in terms of, if 4 people are to bring a booster, this would probably still never see the light of day.
Especially on higher difficulties, because enemies call for reinforcements so often. It really doesn't do it, because I think it's like a flat percentage, like a 10% decrease in how often they can call.
I think so, yeah.
But at lower difficulties, they call less frequently, so this does a lot, actually. But at higher difficulties, it's like whatever. So And the armor, oh yeah, I remember this. The armor for this was so weird.
Oh yeah, the armor
it was so
this,
pointless.
Yeah, 95% is the arc damage. So Tesla towers, arc throwers, blitzers, you basically don't get insta killed by them.
But it used to like only be useful for like our weapons, but now with the Illuminate, that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad because Illuminate have their own Tesla towers.
Yeah, if you're a squid guy, this is you're gonna get value with this.
I feel you get more value of this on the squid front because harvesters up close will hit you with arc, as well as the watchers.
They're Teslas.
Yeah, watchers and Teslas.
Yeah, watchers, but the watchers don't do that much damage.
They don't do that much damage to you anyways. Or if you have a team full of arc users.
That's true. But again, it's not really important. I'll be honest. I think this Warbond is like, it's good to have, but nothing real crazy.
Yeah, nothing here I would say is immediately.
Except for maybe the Blitzer, if you really want like a, if you're having issues with bugs, I'd say the Blitzer is probably like the king when it comes to the bugs.
Yeah, Last Dagger isn't even that much of a special. It's like the Scythe from the Helldiver Mobilize, but as a secondary. It's still low DPS. You do get infinite ammo, and it has pretty good range, but I feel like there are other way better
good versus the Jet Brigade.
Oh yeah, it's good versus Jet Brigade. Enemies with very low, like some sort of like insta kill method to it with low HP, like their backpacks. But I agree. I wouldn't say this is very good. I don't even know if it's a C, dude. I honestly would say it's D.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Blitzer and the stun grenade, I don't think really do work for this Warbond. So
almost like Steel Veterans, where I would put it at the bottom of its tier at the moment, like bottom C.
If anything, I think this might be. I personally say this is a D weapon, but like it's your call, bro. If you want to put C,
I'll put C. I'll put C for now. We might adjust it. We're gonna adjust this later on too as it starts to build up.
Next one.
Yeah, next one. I think Democrat Detonation. I think when this first came out, this was what got me in the trailer. You have a secondary that can actually close like objectives like outposts, fabricators, and bug holes. This one's really good just by itself.
Yeah, when the grenade pistol first came out, like all the other weapons when this first came out were like kind of mid, kind of bad. The grenade pistol was literally the whole selling point for this entire thing because again, you have mobile bug holes / fabricated clothes, warp ships now too. It's all right in a pinch as a weapon because it can like explode groups of enemies, especially like smaller bugs or smaller enemies.
Like spear clusters.
But like this, when you get this, it is your king when it comes to utility. You don't have to waste things for like you don't have to waste like your grenades or your stratagems on like closing fabricators or closing bug holes or fabricators or warp ships.
Oh yeah, and I think when this came out, it also inadvertently made the cutting edge became a lot better for the stun grenade because now you don't always have to commit a throwable. Because you didn't destroy a bug hole.
You didn't have to bring a throwable.
Yeah, it made this in a way made the stun grenade very good. I still think that build's still very good. Crossbow.
Very
very good too. It's almost the same thing as a grenade pistol, except it's
more damage.
One-handed primary. Yeah, more damage.
More damage, bigger radius. The same AP, I think maybe. I think it's the same AP.
Yeah, same AP.
Same AP. But when this first came out, it was two-handed. It was very slow. I think it used to fire slower too. But
you weren't able to close bug holes, I think. Also.
No, because the demo force was different. Yeah. But either way, as of now, this is like very good primary on every front.
No, yeah.
Every front.
This is a very good every front. You can even take down gunships with this. It's very fun.
Yes, it's a very good weapon. Because it's medium pin. But like this weapon, boom. Okay,
yeah. And then the other main weapon is the
other guy. That guy. The other guy that got absolutely fucking juiced up, the eruptor. Okay.
No, yeah, this used to be able to one-shot. You could one-shot chargers when this first came out. I remember that being a thing.
Because the shrapnel was, I think it was the airburst shrapnel. I think that's how they coded it.
It was a shrapnel that came out.
Yeah, it was airburst shrapnel at some point. But
yeah, so this is a single firing bolt action
sniper explosive
round. Yeah, sniper.
It's not meant for up close, by the way.
No, it's not meant for up close. The round explodes into shrapnel pieces, which does heavy damage around it.
Like I said, very good on every front. Probably not as good versus the Illuminate / bugs because of just the hordes and how they just rush you down. But versus the bots, very good weapon because of the range. But still not too bad versus the bugs because again, you can blow out charger boots pretty effectively. You can still do damage to chargers even through the front. Same thing with Titans and Impalers. One shots Brood Commander / Alpha Commander heads, which is pretty underrated, honestly. pretty nice too.
Does it also do gunships? Does it one-shot gunships?
No, I think it's a 2-shot on their engines.
The 2-shot in the engines. I see. And the thing about this is that it's like this is a weapon for like people who like to play very far away. It's heavy, so you can't really whip your aim so fast because it's so large. But if you don't like that, then there's a crossbow for more up close, light-handed.
Also, again, really good with the shield as well. By the way.
Also one-handed. So, yeah, so you can use it with a shield as well as pick up other items. The booster, I think, is it's Extraction Pilot, which you're not gonna take this for the booster. This booster is still very not very good. They did improve it just a marginal bit, but you're not gonna get much mission time value.
And what's on the first page? Is there anything? Oh, Adjudicator. And
my god,
the Thermite. And the Thermite.
Oh okay, yeah. So Adjudicator, when it first came out, they classified this as a marksman rifle. Turned out it wasn't very good as a marksman rifle, so they reclassified it as an assault rifle. But they kept everything about it the same.
They also gave it a full auto mode because it used to not be full auto.
Oh, you're right.
It was burst when it first came out, and then they switched to single fire, and then they made it full auto. They did a lot with this thing. But
it's still a very good weapon all around. Pretty good recoil.
I would say basically, if you like the penetrator, you probably like the Adjudicator, basically, because it's just the penetrator with just more damage. Not as much ammo, but more damage.
The Thermite.
This guy glow up, absolute glow up. Yeah, most useless grenade in the game when it first came out because it didn't do any damage. It didn't really do anything. It just burned a little bit and did like 100 damage or something.
Yeah, and then they out of nowhere decided to give it extra 2,000 damage, so you could one-shot heavies with this, like Hulks or Chargers.
But if you want anti-tank in your own personal loadout, this is where you go. This grenade right there. Quintessential anti. You want to get rid of a Charger? Thermite. You want to do some damage to a Hulk or kill a Hulk? Thermite.
And that's the thing. I think. What's the armor passive here? Engineering kit.
Oh yeah.
Fortified.
Engineering. Yeah. And then fortified.
Yeah. So
armor passive is pretty good. So,
yeah, armor passives are pretty good. I would say this Warbond is easily S tier. I think everyone can easily agree with that. More so above Helldivers Mobilize.
Just because of just utility and the firepower you get.
Yeah, utility and firepower. Because it's like you get a very top tier grenade, top tier primaries, and then top tier secondary. This gives you a lot of loadout flexibility. Let's say you want to have fun and take a light penetrating primary and secondary. You have something for anti-tank. Vice versa, if you want to take a fun grenade like stun, you have a secondary and a primary to deal with objectives and such. So this gives you a lot of if you had your first 1,000 super credits. Yeah, if you had your first 1,000 super credits, I would say at the state of the game, take Democrat Detonation.
Your loadout variety increases dramatically.
Yeah. So
up next.
Yeah, they came out with something so good, and then they came out with something very, very not so good. I remember this. I remember when
everyone remembers this.
No one liked this when it first came out.
It was dog. It was dog. Very dog. What's the booster here?
The booster is motivational shocks, which only I think affects.
It was when it first. It was like all right. It affects like slowing effects. Same thing with like the other one was whatever. It basically affects slowing effects.
Yeah, I'd say this is a very situational booster. You may see some use out of it. Yeah, you may see some use out of it, but it's not going to be very common.
When this guy came out.
Yeah, when this guy came out, everyone had a lot of things to say about it. It basically was a liberator, like reskin. That's how I felt.
It was a liberator reskin, but less ammo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, less ammo, and then over time they gave it slightly more damage. They added
slightly more damage,
fire rate change.
But as of now, tenderizer, it's a pretty alright assault rifle. Very accurate, high damage. So like, if you can hit shots, you will melt things very quickly. Like anything that is lightly armored, or if you just hit the weak spots of medium armors, like the medium armor is, you will kill them very fast. I think one mag is enough to kill a Hulk backside if that's it.
Yeah, I think so. That's a pretty good and because of the additional fire rate, you can, if you get a good shot on it, you can like melt that vent pretty quickly.
So like if you want high damage, but like low recoil, how accurate, like high damage, it's your guy. Oh wait, I was wrong. Apparently Silver is here too.
Oh yeah, Silver looks like it's here.
Okay, I lied. I thought it was the only one, but either way.
All right, if Servo does exist, I'm gonna put this down here.
All right, you put it down here. Okay, never mind then. Sorry, right. You can move it down now. All right, next page.
Yeah, next page. Moving on. Before next page, I want to say like, I think this whole armor looked really good because you can't see the feet. Oh, maybe you can. Can you see the feet? Oh man, because it had like very good boots. I think.
Oh yeah, the spike boots.
Yeah, it had like the spike boots, which people were complaining too about the passive. They're saying like, we already have these passes. We should get you a passive that lets you walk faster on snow, and that made sense to me, especially because the way it looked. But you know,
sadly,
we
no.
can't.
Yeah, we got what we got.
Pummel.
So it was not bad. Okay, I will say when this guy first came out, he was probably the best thing in this entire Warbond.
He was. You can like coma. You can put any enemy into a coma. Well, that's like
any enemy
that can be stunned. Yeah.
Any enemy that could be stunned, you could put him into a coma. Especially with the ballistic shield versus the bots, it wasn't that bad because you stun Devastators, you done Berserkers. I mean, Devastators, Berserkers, realistically it, but like you see a lot of them anyway. So
yeah,
like,
you can like lock a Charger and a Stalker in place.
Yes, but like next to the Blitzer, very good crowd control weapon. Doesn't do too much damage and slow fire rate, but like you want to keep shit off you, this guy is also pretty good for that. As of late, it's like, all right, especially since they changed how stunning works.
Oh yeah, they changed the way stun works.
It's all right. I mean, if I had to pick one-handed weapon, it would either be the crossbow or the defender personally, but like whatever, except the pummeler. But again, if you want crowd control, he's all right.
I would say that Incendiary impacts are just basic like incendiaries. It's except that it explodes on contact.
It explodes instantly. So it's honestly, I think it's better than the other one because it explodes instantly anyway.
No, yeah.
Very good, very good area denial. Just pop, 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 burn.
Yeah, I don't think anything in this page is something I recommend either. And then page 3, this is a Light Scout armor, and then the Verdict. When this came out, same issue as the Tenderizer. It was light penetrating. It was just the Peacemaker reskin. That's all it was.
Peacemaker reskin. And I think it's slightly more damage. Like not as much.
It did slightly more damage, but it wasn't anything different. Largely different than the Peacemaker. And then they did upgrade it later on to be medium armor penetrating.
It's a very, very good pistol. Very, very, very effective pistol. You want a medium pin, high damage pistol, and that you don't have this. And if you don't have this senator, or if you just want like a normal, you don't have to reload it as much. He's pretty good for that. This guy, oh my, this
made so many people not like the Warbonds because this is like the third page, so people expect quality on the very last. And then when this came out, it was very poor damage. I personally thought it was a very unique firing style, similar to the Punisher, which like plasma. But I do agree it was pretty poor in damage. Big glow up though.
Big glow up, super high damage. They bugged the fire rate. I think it's still bugged technically because you can spam click it and just empty your entire mag in like a second.
No, yeah, you can. This thing's great for everything. And also, like most plasma weapons, it has disgusting stagger. Big range either. Also on the explosion. So this is
like same thing with the crossbow. Like I think it's, if anything, I compare it to the crossbow, but like you can kill yourself less up close, basically.
Yeah.
So if you want to use something like the crossbow, but like also be able to use up close, this guy is your goal. Because you can just spam click it up close, and if you want some range damage, you charge it, send it down range, and kill whatever's in front of you. 2 shots Devastators, 1 shots a lot of smaller enemies, and does good damage to like chunkier enemies because of the explosion effect and all that.
Yeah, I would say from this entire Warbond, the only thing that matters here is the Purifier. Second to that would be the Verdict, but not by so much. These armors you can get from other Warbonds, like a Light Scout or a heavy servo, and then heavy fortified. Yeah, that exists elsewhere. Pummeler,
the Tenderizer and the Pummeler are just side grades to.
So because of that, I feel like maybe this is like, I want to say high B, low B, high C, but maybe just put a B, just because I don't know. Purifier really carries this whole thing.
yeah, Purifier carries this shit, but like it's probably like a low B because of the Purifier alone.
Oh, Viper Commandos! I didn't even realize that was next. Really solid.
This was also the first one that had skins. I'm pretty sure this is the first Warbond that had skins too.
Oh yeah, you get to reskin your Hellpods, your this is
mech.
Later on, but this is the mech and then the Pelican. So let's start from the very beginning.
I'm gonna talk about the Bushwhacker later.
All right, so I think let's start with peak physique. So peak physique was increasing melee damage to double, and then you also have less dragon weapon movement, so you have better.
It used to only be a 50% boost. By the way.
Yeah, it used to only be 50% boost, which was decent, nothing too special. I was more interested.
We didn't have a lot of melee options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we even have the Constitution for this when this came out?
No, we didn't have. I don't think we had like any melee weapons actually at the time.
When it first came out, the weapon handling wasn't even working, right?
Yeah, it wasn't working properly when it first came out. No. Yeah.
Now it's very good, and I say if you like taking heavier weapons, like even just the support weapon machine gun or the heavy machine gun.
This opens the doors for a lot of like those heavier weapons.
This opens the door for
Eruptor, Dominator.
Dominator, yeah.
Dominator. This makes the Dominator very good.
It does, because you don't have to like really haul your whole body just to switch targets. Yeah, and then we have Liberator Carbine. So this is a more compact version of the base Liberator. I think it's higher fire rate, a higher recoil. This is very
not
fun
too bad
too.
versus Illuminate.
Yeah, not too bad versus Illuminate too. And if you can hit shots pretty well, you can also bring on the bot side. But this is meant for just, you know, shooting.
Pure DPS,
yeah, just pure DPS. So shooting everything you can. I like this weapon, especially when weapon attachments came out. You can like put a drum mag on this or something.
Much better, yes, much better. But again, if you're accurate, you can bring on bots. But personally, I'd say stick with the bugs and the Illuminate with it.
I would say too. Yeah.
Shields, you can melt Voteless, and you can melt through the armor of Overseers pretty well with it too.
Yeah, armor design also looks pretty good too. I like the armor for Viper Commandos.
Of arms.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a little tidbit? The skin, your skin color changes every time you switch. Like every time you like change characters.
So if you get reinforced, you might have a different like Helldiver.
Your skin tone changes.
Which I think is nice. All right, and then we have the secondary.
All right, let me do that. Okay, this fucking thing. I'm pretty sure when this first came out, no one really talked about this thing because it was just a shotgun as a secondary. We have primary shotgun. What's the point? But this guy, if you bring a loadout that has no stagger, this is your weapon. This thing, oh my god, it one shots like fucking every small enemy ever, and
explodes them.
It explodes them instantly. It does pretty half decent damage to even medium enemies. Again, the stagger is phenomenal. So again, if you bring like stuff like tenderizer, crossbow, crossbow is actually really good with this weapon because since the crossbow isn't really good up close, up close. Like if you bring the Eruptor or crossbow on bugs, this guy is your secondary. So guess what? You can now deal with that stalker that's in front of your face or that hunter that jumps on you. You know, God forbid the fucking 500,000 bugs next to you.
Yeah, freaking,
yeah. Versus the bots, not too good. Yeah, but again, not too good. You can still like one shot a berserker up close to you if you really want to.
Yeah, this gun, if you don't know, it carries 3 rounds, and you can either fire them single or all of them at once. And you can imagine just how much damage all at once does.
Yes, all at once, the damage is redonkulous. That's why I said this thing it's not bad. It's a very good weapon.
And then what was it called?
Throwing knives.
Experimental one. Oh my god, I forgot this was here. Okay, so
I forgot that was here.
In terms of the top boosters to bring, health pod, space optimization, stamina enhancement, vitality booster, I would say what competes for either 4 is muscle enhancement if you're in a planet that needs it. If not, you take experimental infusion because this makes your stims a lot more effective. It gives you 10% increased movement speed and 10% damage reduction, which is pretty good. You do get a bit more shakier aim, but honestly, who cares about that? You know, especially
your screen also turns yellow.
Yeah, your screen also turns. Yeah, your contrast gets like upped for some reason, and you
trust me, you should totally put like a screenshot of like yellow.
I'll put a screenshot on some of the planets. Yeah, if you happen to play on a planet that's really like already very orange or yellow, you'll just see how red or yellow it gets, and I'll put a screenshot right there. And if you and everyone gets this because it's a booster, and if your teammate has like a medkit armor. And
yes, it does it for all 6.
Yeah, that's for all 6, and medkit armor also gives 2 extra stim duration. So
it also does it for the stim pistol too.
For stim pistol too, yeah. So this is a very good booster. I forgot this existed here. Jesus.
Oh yeah. So I think that elevates this by a good few margins.
Yeah, a good few more. And then we have throwing knife, which
if you want to talk about throwing knives, because I don't really use these too much.
No, yeah. So what's it called? When the trailer for this came out, people thought that this would be like the first melee weapon. Actually, people had a lot of speculation for this, all of which are reasonable. None of them
came to pass.
Yeah, came to pass. You know, so the first thing was like, oh, we actually have a melee weapon now, you know, because it makes sense. The armor, which we had the details of before the Warbond came out, gave you increased melee damage. There's no other melee weapons in the game. Throwing knife makes sense. And
besides your fist.
Yeah. All besides the fist, of course. Yeah. And then what's it called? We also thought that if you were to throw it, you could pick it up, but you can't do that either. Once you throw it, it's just gone. It's like you could still see it on the ground, but you can't interact with it. In terms of the actual throwing knife itself, I think it started out. Did it start out with 20? No, right? It started out with like.
It's like same as the other grenades, like 6. I think it was like max 6 or like 5.
Yeah, it's a lot of throwing knives, and then they buffed it later on to be like 20, which is where it's currently at. In terms of the damage, you can see that it does pretty good damage, but the accuracy in which you throw it's also very inconsistent. Because your Helldiver will throw at such weird angles where the knife would kind of turn even like sideways like a frisbee as you throw it, which can make it hard to hit things. If you do happen to hit things, you'll kill it like a devastator if you one-shot them. Or I think it's like even 5 or 6 for a Hulk vent, which is not ideal, but you can do it. You can hit a
It also does have some stagger, so you can't get.
It does have stagger.
You can't throw like a. It does. You can't like throw it at a stalker and they will flinch there and stand there for a second.
Plus, what's it called? There's a chance where you hit something with it, like you'll make damage on contact, but it'll bounce off, and it's still a live throwing knife, so it can land on anything else, and you possibly can get 2 for 1 with it, which is nice. Or yourself, which would insta kill you. I think throwing knives are insta kill.
Yeah,
on a Helldiver, no matter where. Yeah, but I think even like with that in mind, the booster alone, the passive alone, Bushwhacker. I think those are like the main selling points here. Carbine's very fun. Just in terms of a for fun thing, I love the Carbine. It's not the best primary, but it's in terms of for fun's very good. And then same with throwing.
Again, like I said, for loadout changes, Bushwhacker's good. But again, the booster by itself, oh my god.
Yeah, I'd say this is A tier. Personally,
simply because of the booster. Because of the booster.
Booster brings it to B by itself. Bushwhacker and the what's it called?
Passives.
Armor passive brings it to like top of A. If anything else was to be a little bit better, I would put it in S.
Oh, this Freedom's Flame. Oh my god.
What was the hype around when this came out? What was like
fire, bro?
Yeah, but like I'm trying to remember what I thought was like the thing I was excited for here.
I don't know, man. I just remember like people talking about like I just remember like it was mostly like, oh, we're getting fire stuff and maybe fire. Oh no, because people were always asking for fire resist armor. That's the thing about it. Everyone was always asking for fire resist.
Okay, that's what it was.
Because of like, I mean, I don't know. That's I assume. But I remember when this Warbond first came out, it wasn't really super good.
Yeah, it was not very super good.
Not being.
Yeah, so I can't even remember the hype for this. I think the only thing I did care about was the cookout because it's a shotgun and I love shotguns.
I mean, the cookout is a very good primary.
It is a very good primary shotgun. It's like the breaker, but
breaker incendiary, but like pump action and hella stagger.
Good stagger too. I think this is good on Illuminate and.
Oh, you know, voteless.
Yeah.
I think cleave through voteless.
Yeah, Illuminate and bugs are very good. Bots not so much. The armor passive highlight here is inflammable. 75% damage resistant to fire. This was very good. This was like good when you were on planets like Hellmire with fire tornadoes. This was like the armor you bring. Or if your teammates brought a lot of fire. And then recently with sub-faction enemies like the Incendiary Core, this was also very important because those guys would burn you a lot.
Again, the armor has gotten a lot better as of late.
Yeah, a lot better, but still situational. Not as situational as Electro Conduit from Cutting Edge, but it's still like you're only gonna need it every now and then.
There's enough fire sources in the game for it to matter.
Yeah, basically. I agree. And then we have the Torture, which was the first primary to I think have AP4. Did it come out with that?
No. I think it had less AP than the flame, the actual support weapon. It also did less damage than the support weapon too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's the thing about these. The Crisper and the Torture were like garbage when they first came out. They were terrible because they didn't do a lot of damage. They didn't really penetrate, and of course, since they didn't have stagger, you just sat there cooking a hunter or like a warrior for like a good few seconds before they actually died.
Yeah.
Now with all the changes to fire though, oh my god,
better.
these guys. Apparently people keep blazing the Crisper now as of late.
Factory Strikers with that.
Because even though it's always been good, Torture can do the same thing technically. I mean, if you want like again horde clear, these two are your go-to. These three actually are your go-to. I just know that for a very long time because of how like they coded the game, how take damage and like certain stun effects or effects would how they changed the stun effects to like the build up of them was like exaggerated by like 4 because it accounted for every person in the lobby.
Oh,
and fire did the same thing for a very long time. It would stack with the person. It would stack with each person. But like they buff fire so much that the stacking doesn't really matter now. It's just,
yeah, and then the booster for this Warbond is Firebomb Hellpods, which no one really likes. No one still really likes, even though they even upped it a little bit. Like they buffed it. What were they? How they buffed it? They
changed it. They fixed it because remember the Firebomb Hellpod used to override the damage of Hellpod.
You're right. It actually negatively, and for a long time too. This used to because Hellpods are very strong. I think they have like I forgot what the damage was, but because of
Firebomb 2000 or something.
Yeah, it was like 2000, and Fireball Hellbombs would be like even less than half of that. So if you were to take this
like
and
land 1,000
on,
damage almost.
Yeah, if you were to land on something with your Hellpod with this booster active, you what you could kill, you couldn't anymore. And then they fixed that recently, which is good. But I still say this isn't very good to bring. It's worth.
You also get funny skins. You get orange.
Yeah, they do like have orange. Very like good orange like colors for your Hellpods, mechs, and.
But again, the takeaway mostly is the weapons. The weapons are very good.
Yeah, and again, like Rogue said, the CRISPR's very good. It used to be. It wasn't as bad as a Torch in my opinion. I like the CRISPR actually because it's one-handed and you can shoot as you're like running away. That's what I like about it.
It's good for that reason.
Yeah.
But again, the Torture, again, if you want like just a really good horde clear on the voteless or bugs, if you want to, hurt yourself fighting the bots with it, you can. But but again, horde clear is probably the king of horde clear next to the shotgun, of course. Because you just cook through hunters and warriors. Freaking all the small guys, you cook through them. And same thing with Voteless, you just melt them instantly.
Yeah, I would say it's really important that you get inflammable. I know you said the heavy ones in the superstore, but if you want the medium or light one, which are only the Warbond, this is the only place you can grab it. Looks like I'd say for me, the armor, the cookout,
and the other two are just kind of whatever. They're situational. They're good. You don't always need to bring. They're not like a must picks though.
Yeah.
The cookout is probably the one thing I would say is a must.
It's a must, I say.
And the armor, because Incendiary Car, I never know when they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
It's like mid. It's an alright Warbond. I think B tier, probably like mid B tier.
Yeah, I feel like this perfect.
It's like the mid of
mid. It's like the mid of mid, right? It's like the mid of mid.
It's good. It's good, but like it's not like necessary good.
Yeah, like imagine a bell curve, and like right in the middle is Freedom's Flame. Right
there, right there in the middle. Oh, this one.
Camel Agents was a fun idea too, because I think the biggest thing here, which you don't see in the Warbond, was the fact that they changed how gas works. Orbital gas was a very good DPS clear on, like just.
It was basically fire, but like slightly different.
Yeah, the moment a breach happened or a drop happened, you just throw a gas there and you would easily rack up kills. But they changed it so it became more of a stats effect rather than a raw damage. So we'll do the armor passive first, because similar to Freedom's Flame, this is specifically on gas, so you get 80% resistance to gas damage and effects, which is very good, I'd say, if people are taking like gas.
It's niche.
It's niche.
It's more niche than the fighter. No enemy in the game has gas except for us. We're the only thing with gas.
Correct. Yeah. In terms of situational,
if you bring gas.
Yeah, if you bring gas, this is very good to bring. I'd say that in terms of situational armor, cutting edge, the electrical conduits like the least. You'll bring the most, followed by this, and then inflammable. So it's still nice to have. And then gas grenade. You want to take this away?
All right, this grenade. When it first came out, it was like, all right, at most. The confusing effect was good. Again, you did damage and you confused the enemies. It was all right when it first came out. But then they changed it. They gave it demo force. Demo force alone was enough to make this thing S tier. You have a great grenade for getting off your back, / killing enemies, / making them confused and do wild shit. But you have a grenade now that actually can do all that on top of killing closing fabricators, bug holes, illuminate warp ships, and destroying certain like structures like illuminate Tesla towers. It can technically destroy those too.
Ooh, I forgot it came out and it didn't have demo force.
It didn't have any force. It didn't have any demo force. It was just like an effect. But because of that, again, you now have all of that utility on top of the utility of confusing enemies. And why that's good is the bots. Oh my god. You throw this at a group of Devastators or Rocket Striders, and they just shoot in every direction. You don't know how many times I've thrown a gas grenade at a Rocket Strider, and he instantly kills the Devastator next to him because he shot a rocket at his face. It is so good for that. The Horde Clear is very good for Voteless, because they walk through the gas. As soon as they walk through the gas, you do not have to shoot them. They die. As soon as they exit, they leave. They die instantly. Bugs, because the smaller bugs have so little P, throw the gas and you kill scavengers, you kill hunters, you kill warriors, and you can kill a hive guard if they're in it long enough. It stops chargers from charging at you directly. So if a charger's charging at you, throw a gas grenade at your feet, he instantly starts veering off to the right or left. You do not understand the ability just to have just not target you for a little bit. It's very useful for that reason.
Oh, and that's why when we talked earlier about the stun grenade, like the stun grenade, it just like immobilizes them and they don't interact. But in a way, with the gas, they interact. No, they're still able to do actions, but they're very confused. They're taking damage and they even have a chance to hit each other. So there's a lot more pro to con by taking a gas grenade. Plus, you can destroy structures because it has demo force, unlike a stun grenade.
You'll get more value with the gas grenade than the stun grenade. Just at the end of the day, you will. But that's my glaze. I'm done glazing.
That's the glaze. And
very
then,
good grenade. Unglaze.
Yeah,
non-glaze.
Time to unglaze now. Sterilizer.
Don't sugarcoat it. This thing is bad.
Yeah, so the main point, so this thing does tiny pixel of damage because all really you use this for is applying the gas effect, which is like the confusion of enemies and making them hit each other or like walk in any direction. But I don't think it's worth taking up
getting up close.
Getting up close to taking a stratagem slot. I feel like there's a lot more better ways of applying the gas strike safely, such as the gas grenade or the orbital gas strike. I think
yes, or the drone.
Or the drone, yeah, or the dog breath. So I think in terms of the Warbond, this will be the weakest of the stratagem, and I think this is also
very weak.
Yeah, the first Warbond featuring stratagems a part of the Warbond.
Oh yes, this was the first one.
It is the first one.
Terrible.
And they were experimenting with it.
But it's just this thing. By this freaking stratagem brings this entire Warbond down by like a tier by itself.
This is true. I could agree with this. Gas is really good. The method which you apply is really important. This is like one of the worst ways to do it, I'd say.
But it's funny though. But anyway.
Yeah, and then we have medium advanced filtration, little hazmat suit. I think this is a unique looking armor. I like this one a lot.
Yellow. You get the yellow pelican skin too.
You also get the puke pelican and the puke helipod. I like both of these a lot. They call it mustard, but I don't know what kind of mustard they have in Sweden.
Yeah, what kind of mustard they have.
All right, stim pistol, man. I like this a lot. So I think the big highlight for this Warbond is I think utility, because damage isn't the very big highlight here. It's all about like utility. Yeah, utility. So gas grenade and then sterilizer, stim pistol. You're not really looking to be very offensive with this. And I think it also introduced a lot more viability for support level playing. You can take this with like a shield generator, a supply pack, and you can be very nice to your teammates. You can't sting yourself with this, which sucks.
People also might think you're shooting at them, so be careful. But still.
Yeah, because if you get hit with this, it makes the same like visual effect and as if you're getting shot by a bullet, you know. So there's a lot of videos of people reacting negatively to this, not knowing that they're being stimmed, and they turn on their medic and they kill them, which is really funny.
But again, it's an alright, again, support based thing. Very good versus the bots because of how the bots function with range and stuff, so you can find cover, stim your teammates. Versus bugs and Illuminate, not as good because the bugs love to rush you down. So you don't really have time to stim your teammate.
Yeah, because they rush you down, they rush your teammates down. It's hard to line up a shot, and this is very hard at distance at a certain range to hit a shot on the teammate. It used to be worse. They used to give this a lot more spread. They lowered it, so it's a lot easier to hit shots. If you do have the medkit armor passive, which what's it called? Increases stim duration. Yeah, stim duration by 2 seconds. This applies also to your stim pistol shots, which you can give to your teammates. You cannot stim people through backpack shields, which sucks. So they need their shield broken, or you need to be really up close and personal, where the model the model of the gun pokes through the bubble, and you can stim them like that. I like the concept of this gun a lot. Yeah, I always love a stim pistol person in my team. And if you know someone's trying to stim you, do them a kind gesture, stand still.
Do them a kind gesture, stand still. All right, Gas Road.
Yeah, Gas Road. Was this the same the whole time? Oh no, it used to like hunt down enemies a lot more aggressively.
It used to do the same thing that the other drones do, which is just target one enemy and focus that enemy until it died. That's why we made it really bad.
Yeah,
no pun intended, dog.
Because again, like it's not about damage here. So it focusing down on one enemy, applying the same status effect isn't really gonna matter. And then how did they change it? They make it like
they made it because it also used to like chase enemies for some godforsaken reason, but they made it not chase enemies, and they made it like apply the status effect for like a little bit and then change targets instantly. So
that's very good. I like that a lot.
It applies a side effect for like a second, and then changes to another enemy that's close by, next closest enemy, and then applies it to them, next closest enemy. It does that on repeat until it either dies or it takes damage or whatever. But it's a very util heavy gun. And it's very useful with, I think, the torture or the crisper, because the takes damage. If you want to know, the take damage in this game, they do stack.
Yeah, you can take this with like a fire napalm, or take any of the incendiary grenades, and like Rogue said, you can stack the different type of damage dots, and it's really good. And I think with the change that makes it less aggressive to one single enemy, I think it's a lot better.
Again, util Warbond, no damage, but you'll get utility. And again, I think the gas grenade is like the best thing in this entire Warbond, hands down.
Yeah,
it does so much for what a grenade.
Yeah, at this point, I also want to say I think this has one of the more funnier emotes. Pull my finger and the stinky.
Then the stinky.
Not really factoring it into the tier list, but I would say this is top of B, maybe below
top of
A.
B, bottom A.
Yeah,
at most.
I'd say more bottom.
I think the gas grenade by itself.
Yeah, gas grenade itself brings this alone to B tier. Everything else brings it to top of B.
And also then the sterilizer brings it down.
Sterilizer brings it down. I think Stim Pistol takes it back to B. Guard Dog takes it to top of B. So
I think solid like end of B is probably pretty good for this guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I'll put it there. And then the next one is Truth Enforcers. What was the booster? Dead Sprint. I remember this. Yeah, like this is my first time actually looking through all these Warbonds too in the past. So I'm also, oh my god, the Reprimand's here too.
Oh,
Loyalist.
Dude. Oh, Loyalist is alright.
Oh, this.
Also, Drip is hella good in this Warbond, by the way.
Yeah, I think the black with the red accents, the all
my
black,
favorite mix skin.
All
right
white,
there.
very good.
It's very good. Anyway, I'll let you talk about the Halt because I don't really use it.
So I like the Halt a lot because, like I said, I like using shotguns. I think this is the first shotgun with interchangeable rounds. You can switch between medium penetrating Fletchet or stun rounds, which are light penetrating. They have their own individual, what's it called, like counts. So if you shoot 8 Fletchet rounds, you still also have 8 stun rounds that you don't have to reload. But they do reload from the same pool of ammo, so if you use this a lot, you burn it really quickly. But I like this a lot. It works on all factions, especially with the stun. It provides both utility and damage, and the damage itself is also pretty good.
I understand, like, medium pin for shotgun is pretty good. But again, I'd rather just take, like, or actually, if anything from this Warbond, I'd rather take, like, the Reprimand, but we'll talk about that in a second. You talk about Desperate. You talk about how goofy Desperate is.
Desperate was like, what's it called? It's interesting conceptually, and in terms of practice, it's very mixed, I'd say. I like it. I think if you like to run around the map a lot or trying to get point A to point B as fast as you can, it's very good. Basically, if you run out of stamina, it then takes your current HP as substitute for stamina, so you drain health as you're running to a cap. Once you get to like 10% HP, it no longer does it. But
applies,
it no longer
applies. It won't kill you, basically.
Yeah, it will not kill you. And it applies to all your team, like all boosters, so your teammates will also get the same effect. The thing that's hard about this, I would say, is I don't know, health, especially on higher difficulty. You take a lot of damage unless you have Vitality Booster associated with it.
Vitality Booster is very important for this because Vitality Booster basically nullifies the damage. It still does damage to you, but not as much as just the default booster would do in general.
Yeah, raw Death Sprint.
If you bring Death Sprint, someone needs to bring
chunk.
Vitality.
Yeah, you have to
must have. Vitality is a must-have anyway, so like whatever.
Yeah, the raw chunk damage of Death Sprint's pretty significant, but if you have Vitality Booster with it, it goes down drastically. And personally, the way I feel about this is there's a lot of better boosters, plus a lot of things can easily one-shot you, or like bring you to a point where you can get ragdolled and comboed into something else. So I feel like every sliver of health matters.
It's a concept that's all right, but like the boosters in these Warbonds are always
they're always interesting. Yeah, unflinching passive. It used to just be that it reduces flinching when you're hit. The armor rating came from like not so long ago, but raw unflinching, I'd say, was a nice.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It's good for charging weapons.
Yeah.
It's good for charging weapons.
So Quasar Cannon, Railgun.
The one thing you really must know is like when you get hit with unflinching on, your character model still moves, but your aim does not move. Just keep that in mind. So like even if you are being shot at, it may look like it's not affecting you. It doesn't stop your character from flinching. It just stops your aim from moving as much.
So I like this armor passive a lot. And then we have the Reprimand, which is the first medium armor penetrating SMG, not one-handed, which is it was an issue a lot of people had.
A lot of people's gripes with it originally. But like,
they came to use it, and it's like, wow, it's actually so good. And you can talk about this.
It's actually very. It's this SMG is, I think, by far the best SMG in this game. Medium pin, super high damage. The ammo is like, it used to be garbage with the spread. The spread on this weapon was hot dog water, like hot dog water. But then, as of recently, they universally fixed all spreading for most weapons in this game. Some weapons still have spread. It still does have spread. Not as much as it used to, like not ridiculous amounts of spread. And this was probably the weapon that got the best glow up when it comes to weapon customization. The recoil on this thing, like default, is very high. It's a very high recoil weapon, very hard to control, very hard to keep your aim on target, especially with the occasional whiffing shots and all that jazz. But with weapon customization, you get better sight, you get better recoil control, you get tighter spread on your shots. This weapon melts through enemies. Medium, light, fucking any faction, it does very well. Bots is probably where this thing shines the most. Because like one-shot headshot, medium pin. Bots are very heavily armored. You carve through Devastators pretty fast, and you carve through Troopers and Berserkers very quickly. The only problem with this weapon really is just the ammo. It runs out of ammo very fast if you're shooting a lot.
It does. And then we have the Loyalist.
I mean, it's all right. It's the Purifier, but like less.
Yeah, it's like a mini Purifier.
It's a very good weapon because it's just basically the Purifier but smaller. The thing about it is like, why bring the Loyalist when you can just bring the Purifier?
This is true.
Like, truly.
Yeah.
But like, the Loyalist doesn't really bring anything crazy to a loadout. If anything, what it really brings is just having a secondary that does really high damage, like the Senator or something like that. It also does have explosive radius, which is pretty nice to have.
Yeah, it's great stagger, good damage. I think you can even like two-shot a gunship if you hit in the engine, which is very nice.
You can't two-shot a gunship with it if you hit the engine.
Yeah, but like Rogue said, like if you want something to take out gunships or do mob clear or horde clear, there's other weapons for it. You don't need to replace the secondary with it. It's nice.
It's like, again, it's an alright secondary.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't need it. You don't need it.
You don't. Yeah. If anything, the Reprimand is probably like the best thing here, and I wouldn't say the Reprimand is needed. It's just like when you use it, you'll realize, oh shit, I like this weapon a lot.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Tell you Xbox Jeeps, telling you, Reprimand, when you use it, is very good.
Yeah, Reprimand's one of the best guns in the game. I would say Unflinching,
especially with weapon customization.
Yeah, especially weapon customization. Unflinching, raw Unflinching is pretty good. It getting a slightly higher armor tick as well as a bit of the scout passive makes it a lot better. Ult I like a lot, and then Loyalist,
and
although
course,
like
Drip,
Drip's really good too. I mean, you see like,
but not counting that in, but like like
it's really good. I'm conflicted between putting this at top of A or bottom S. I'm trying to figure out.
Do you think it's better than Viper? Again, this is your final call, truly.
Yeah. Let me think one more time. I'll revisit this by the end of it. All right, and then Urban Legends, which is when Illuminate appeared.
This is when Illuminate dropped. Yes.
So we'll start here with
Siege Ready.
Yeah, we'll start here with the passive highlight, which is Siege Ready. Very, very good passive. It increases the reload speed of your primary and gives you ammo capacity on all your weapons, including your support weapon.
It used to that wording that used to not be there, by the way, does not affect backpack weapons. Because if you want to know lore dump, when this armor passive first came out, it was actually bugged, where it applied a bonus effect to your support weapons too. But the community as a whole said, please do not change this arrowhead. It makes so many other things very good.
Like grenade launcher?
It does the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher probably gets the best buff from this because it gives you 4 instead of 3. Machine gun, freaking all the machine guns. Freaking Epoch gets buff from this too. Railgun gets buff from this too. What other non-backpack shit is there? Can't remember.
Trying to think. I don't know. Someone who only uses consumables like ET's Commandos. I'm drawing blanks right now.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really draw blanks. It doesn't affect those anyway.
Yeah. So.
But either way, the things it does affect, it affects them very effectively. Like the grenade launcher and the heavy machine gun, it does wonders for those weapons because it gives them more ammo and it reloads them faster because they reload well. The heavy machine gun reloads really slow. Does really well with the adjudicator. Because again, the Adjudicator's main problem is just not having a lot of ammo. so it just kind of fixes that issue. Eruptor does pretty well with the Eruptor too because it reloads it faster.
Yeah, same with the Reprimand also.
Yeah, and Reprimand. This and Reprimand, very well, very good combo.
Oh yeah, Reprimand with Siege Ready, and you have all the attachments. You will kill everything. You will kill like almost all everything.
Anyway, Directional Shield.
Directional Shield. I don't know, dude. Because there's already the personal backpack shield, which kind of surrounds you in a bubble. It's very good.
And also there's also the
ballistic shield.
The ballistic shield, which now blocks melee.
Which not blocks melee. This does not block melee, if I'm remembering this correctly.
It does not block melee.
Yeah,
I think it does have, but it does recharge. So like, if it does like break, unlike the ballistic shield, if the ballistic shield breaks, you just have to wait for another one. This, on the other hand, if it breaks, it just recharges. Pretty handy.
As you can see, from the video thing here, the AOE is also wider than the ballistic shield, which is nice. But you know, you're not gonna get, I don't know, like with how the bubble shield from the personal backpack or the ballistic shield works, you don't really need those extra meters on the side to protect you. It'll just whiz right past you anyways. So it's just like
teammates can shoot them, so it's pretty nice that way.
Also, yeah, it also blocks for teammates like it shows. But it really sucks that melee, it doesn't block melee, because they introduced this with the Voteless, and there's a lot of Illuminate and Voteless run you down with melee windmills, so it's not really helping you.
The range damage from the Illuminate is not as bad as the absolute swath that you get swamped by. So like, it doesn't really affect you too much that way.
Yeah, I think this is a good concept of a stratagem, but I think it still needs a lot more work to be more competitive with the other shields. So that's how I feel about the Directional Shield. And
definitely the worst out of all the shields.
Definitely the worst out of all the shields. And they wanted to pair it with the Stun Lance, which is a one-handed first melee weapon, I think. Also.
Yeah, first next to the baton, because they came at the same time.
Oh, you're right. And this was after, what's it called? Liberty Day. So, Constitution, Bayonet. I'm not gonna count that. This is actually first dedicated melee weapon then, along with the stun baton.
And it's also a stratagem.
And
by the way. Well, no, it's not a stratagem.
No, it's base.
I forget. There's only one melee stratagem.
There's only one melee stratagem, and we'll get to that.
We'll get to that guy.
Yeah, but this is it's pretty good range stuns on contact, which is very good. You can like lock down, let's see, chargers, devastators, but again,
anything that can be stunned is stunned.
Yeah, anything can be stunned is gonna get stunned by this. What was the booster for this? Arm resupply pods. I feel mixed about this. I mean, it's definitely better than like other boosters in the game.
Yeah, it's better than other boosters, but like it's still like whatever.
Yeah, so
if anything, it gets the most value in the defense missions / eradicate missions.
Yeah,
not the blitz ones,
so the way this works is resupply pods. Yeah, resupply pods come with 4 resupply boxes, and once you take all 4 of them, it basically disappears. But even if you were to remove it, or while it's still up, there's going to be like a dual drum mag liberator mounted on top, which
it literally is just the default liberator, by the way.
Yeah,
it's just straight up just a liberator with a drum mag.
And it acts like pretty much like a machine gun turret, where it just locks in on your enemies and just like shoots them, which is all right. You know, it's like Rogue said, like eradicate missions or evacuate missions is where you'll get the most value out of it, because you're not moving away and enemies always going to be in the same spot. So I think it's all right. It looks fun too, you know.
Yeah, it's all right at most. This century, man.
Yeah, Flame Century.
It's been through so many changes.
It's been through so many changes.
So many buffs.
I don't really use this.
As seen in the video.
Yeah, do you want to take a hold of this one?
I'll take it. I've used it a little bit, but yeah. As seen in the video, as you can see, it's a horde killer weapon because it's a flamethrower, obviously. Since it's also a flamethrower, it does have AP4, so it can technically kill a Charger, Battle Titan, or a Hulk. You're probably not going to really do that because the damage, how the damage works, and stagger and all that. But like this, it clears hordes very effectively. When it first came out, for some fucking reason, it didn't have flame resist on it. Don't know why. Don't know why they gave the fire weapon, the fire flame, the sentry thing, not fire resist. Because it has no stagger and no pushback, enemies just literally just walk straight towards it, and it ends up like aiming at the floor and burning itself. So a lot of the times what would happen is it literally would just kill itself before it actually even killed like a few enemies.
Yeah.
But as of late, it has 95% fire resistant. I don't know why they don't give it 100, but whatever. Probably because I think they'll be too broken or whatever. 95% fire resistance, and it also gets buffed from all the sentry related buffs. Again, it's all right. It does the same job as the other two, but just up close and with fire. So if you like fire, you'll probably like this too. I think when this Warbond first came out, people were like real glazing the anti-tank emplacement.
Yeah, anti-tank emplacement is like, it's I would say it's one of conceptually the best, but you can have a hard time always finding a place to use it. Also,
when you get good value,
yeah,
you get value.
Yeah, when you want to get value out of this, you definitely get value. You get, I don't know, 20 anti-tank rounds. You can see like it spawns like a AT gun, and you just sit down and you shoot from it. It's very good on like high value assets, evacuate high value assets missions, or any map that has a large vantage
probably
point.
The best faction for this is definitely the bots, because of just how their armor works and how their layouts usually are.
Yeah.
You can usually, if you find a good position, you can snipe like a bunch of fabricators.
Yeah, you can take out half the map, especially with bulk fabricators, them being like skyscrapers or like anything far away, like a mortar emplacement or A emplacement, cannon turrets from afar, command bunkers. This thing just melts all of it.
And again, for being an anti-tank, it's still very good for an anti-tank effect.
No,
like you can kill chargers and hawks. I think you can kill hawks in 2 hits. If you hit them in the eye, you hit them in. I think chargers is 1 hit. Is it 1 hit for chargers in the face or 2?
I think it's 2. I think it takes a couple.
I think it maybe 2. And again, Titans 2 at minimum. You hit them in the head. Factory Striders. Yeah, it's actually very good for Factory Striders.
Yeah,
you gotta get rid of their cannon.
You take the cannon turrets, the sentry guns. I mean, the machine guns, and then you just kind of have your way with them. But the con is that you need good vantage point, a decent distance away from enemies so they don't swarm you. So that makes it hard on bugs. And like Rogue said, like if you do get value out of this, you get a whole lot of value, and it's not a big of risk either. It's just, 2.5 minutes if you have all the ship module upgrades and just no modifiers.
Yeah, pretty good. Again, if you want like up close and personal type of emplacement, HMG is there.
This is true. Yeah, HMG emplacement's a lot more for up close personal. If you were to take both of those things and you're doing like the flag missions, you can just easily lock it down. You should never have an issue.
Oh yeah.
On the flag mission.
Yeah, no. Flag mission, this and HMG, you work.
You'll do lots of work.
Don't charge them. When you get value, like I said, when you get value, you get value.
Yeah, Kick's a solid emote. I think the armor and the siege ready and anti-tank emplacement are like the only 2 big things here, I'd say.
Armor resupply, side grade.
Yeah, flame sentry side grade. Armor resupply, it's nice but not the best. Directional shield needs some work. Stun lance is
melee gimmick.
Melee gimmick. It's nice, but
and
I don't think it's
pretty alright.
It drips pretty alright.
Drip pretty good. But again, siege ready and anti-tank probably the best things here. Siege ready, I think, does wonders for this because it does so much thing for so many weapons.
Yeah, I think siege ready and anti-tank placement are actually so good. I want to put it like at the bottom of A.
Man, I just realized we have nothing in D yet. It's crazy.
I don't think anything is gonna be in D, but we'll see.
No, not with what's in this one.
Yeah.
First of all, I just mentioned drip, but immaculate.
It drips pretty good here.
Drip's immaculate.
Yeah.
All
so
right, D simple.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the armor? Oh yeah.
Yeah, armor is highlight here is integrated explosive, the dead man
man
passive. So this basically, when you die, your body explodes. And they also give you the engineering kit, like half of that passive, where they increase your throwables by 2. Was this here at launch?
No, it wasn't here. It was just the explosive effect.
Yeah,
so
it was just the explosive effect, and it's pretty big.
Pretty like.
It's
pretty mid, yeah. But the explosive effect is pretty strong. You can kill in 1 shot with it, if that is any indication.
Yeah.
Pretty strong explosive and pretty big radius. Also anti-troll.
It is anti-troll. If someone was to like melee you and mess with you and then kill you up close, you'll kill them posthumously. So it is very good anti-troll. And then DE sickle. Let's see. I didn't really use this. I could talk. I know. So basically, most
you can go.
Yeah, most heat weapons, they overheat and then you have to reload with another ice pack. But with this weapon, the longer you use it, the more damage it does, as well as scale in terms of armor penetration, as you can see here. It starts from light, then goes to medium and heavy at the cost of damaging the user. So it's basically infinite ammo so long as you have someone stimming you, or you have like inflammable armor to reduce as much damage as you can.
Prone inflammable, it does very little damage.
Yeah, prone inflammable, vitality booster, someone pocketing you, you'll just fire infinitely, as well as being on fire infinitely.
But I think as a weapon in itself, it's like alright. It's kind of hard to use because you have to play in the gimmick so much. You have to play into the gimmick of it.
This is true, yeah. So if you do take this gun, I think you have to take inflammable, and you don't need someone to pocket you, but inflammable I think is a must, as well as
it's a must for this gun.
Yeah, to use this to the most effectiveness. It's a good gun though.
Hot planet inflammable. But yeah, it's an alright gun. It's an alright gun. Again, you have to play into the gimmick really hard if you want to use it. But you know, other than that though, it's like
I forgot
whatever.
this was here, dude. The ultimatum. All right, so yeah, when the ultimatum first came out, it was very mixed because people were like,
precision.
yeah, it's a pocket precision. It had the potential, it had high demo force, and I mean, they kind of like balanced it in some way by giving you only like
when it first came out, the most of the damage was in the projectile. So like, if you hit stuff with it, it was dead. Didn't matter. It was gonna die.
Yeah.
It killed stratagem jammers, detector towers. You could technically one-shot Factory Strider.
A Ball Titan also.
Yeah, a Bile Titan. Any heavy just gets nuked by this thing. The heavy still get nuked by this thing. But they rebalanced it. They gave it more power in the explosive instead of the projectile, and they also reduced the demo force. So
yeah, so you can't one-shot detector towers or jammers.
It doesn't do those. But like again, as an anti-tank effect, as like just a pocket anti-tank thing, just something with high damage, it's pretty effective. It does really high damage, as you can see, 3,000. So high damage on a secondary weapon. Like you can just whip out an ultimatum, kill the charger, kill the Bio Titan, boom. So what it does, it does it very effectively.
Yeah, for what it does, it does its job very well. It used to do even more, but even with the nerf to demo force, it's very good anti-tank. And then now it's a secret grenade, which I like this conceptually. It's like you it kind of goes out and sticks on its own. I do think it works with pings. If you do ping an enemy before you throw it, it kind of targets that one. Yeah. It's great for taking out gunships.
This thing is wonderful for gunships actually.
I don't think it's good for outpost or bug hole clears though. It doesn't really.
No. It doesn't do those things.
Yeah.
But like for like enemies, like when it comes to like killing enemies, it's not too bad because I think it has like AP4 damage, like the impact.
Yeah,
it's very similar to the impact actually. It says medium, but it's heavy. It can kill a Titan technically. If you have like 6 of these things with the armor passives, you can just throw all 6 of them at Titan. Actually. But like I don't know. This grenade is like
it feels very novelty also, and then I think this is like
very novelty.
This is like the biggest one here.
This one, oh my god, this thing. All right, if you want to know, a Hell Bomb is the strongest explosive / damage thing in the. Does like 10,000 damage with AP7. If something is in an Hell Bomb radius, it will die. Does not matter. Does not matter what it is. It will die. I say you, boxing protection, whatever. But like, it will die. Doesn't matter. This thing is just the Hell Bomb, but on your backpack, and you can just put it anywhere you want. Give me a second.
It's like that's like the best way to describe it. It has a pretty significantly long cooldown, which is fair given the fact that what it does, but you could easily use this to respond to an overwhelming amount of enemies, you know, because if you call it a Hell Bomb, you have to get on a terminal, arm it, and then if it gets destroyed before you can arm it, then it's useless. But with this one, you just put on your back, press the key, same as the supply pod, which activates it, or you can activate a teammate's one if they have one, and you could run in and drop it, or go in and die with it, you know, and just
heroically and all that jazz.
Heroically, you can clear a whole bunch of enemies, and this also works for This also works well for objectives that do require a Hell Bomb, like a gunship facility, or more importantly, a stratagem jammer, where you don't have to disable it first and then destroy it.
You just pop it. You just plop this thing next to it and run off, and boom, it's dead.
Other objectives what's it called? Orbital cannons on the bot side. You don't have to wait for the Hell Bomb.
Again, anything that requires a Hell Bomb, this does its job.
So I like this a lot. I feel like this along with Ultimatum, even where it is right now, is what's making this Warbond very good. Integrated explosives, feel whatever. Double D-Sickle feels like a gimmick also. Same with the
Seeker's gimmick. But like Ultimatum
and Portable Hell Bomb.
Portable Hell Bomb, like best things are here. Again, not a must-have. Won't say must-have.
Not a must-have.
But again, like when you use them, like when you have them, it's very good. So like honestly, I'm gonna say like I don't know, maybe like A.
You say A? Like bottom A or like bottom A and mid A?
Maybe mid A. Nice. I mean, because there's only 2 things. Everything else here is like whatever. There's only 2 things in here that's like you know really good.
You're
like
right.
They're very good, but like
I was thinking like top of B or bottom A, because let's see, because I put B here.
Dude, it's a hell bomb.
It's so good. Cause that's like the only thing though. But is it that good to carry it up like all the way up to A?
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, I'll put it here for now. I'll think about it. Cause again, siege ready and A to E placement very good. You get more value out of that.
Would you say Servants of Freedom is better than Vipers?
Viper, you get siege ready, and
you get
Viper.
You get peak physique,
and you get what's it called? Experimental infusion.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I keep forgetting about experimental infusion being Vipers. Never mind. Sorry.
Borderland Justice.
Borderline. Oh.
So what's it called? This was the Deadeye, which I think a lot of people like. I don't think. Do you like using this a lot?
I don't use marksman weapons too much, so
yeah.
Not really a marksman guy.
This one's more of like it just feels good. That's how I described it. I wouldn't say it's like decently better than anything else. It's like it just feels good. You know, lever action rifle. Because Diligence, even the DCS, like does the exact same thing. It's very strong in terms of single target against enemies. You can pop Devastator heads very satisfyingly. You can get definitely way more utility out of things like the Eruptor, or like I said, the DCS, because you can fire a lot more quicker. But this one just really feels good. So
feels good weapon.
It's just
how you use that. I can't really say.
For the Warbond is Gunslinger. It's more sidearm focused. You switch weapons to you sidearm faster, reload them quicker, and you have less recoil.
Senator, Verdict.
Yeah, very good for the Senator. Very good for the Verdict.
Bushwhacker's actually really fun with this too. But
also Bushwhackers, you get the insane reload speed also.
Yeah. But again, it's again with this. I think most people saw this armor and was like, "All right, Senator is what this is meant for."
Yeah, and they coupled this with the Talon, which is a last pistol. The only other last pistol was a dagger, which is a constant beam. This one's very strong, medium penetration, and like a last pistol, technically infinite ammo.
I'll actually talk about this a bit because this is probably I want to say the Talon next to the Senator, very good for the shield. Talon, I want to say, is probably better for the shield than the Eruptor. I mean, not the Eruptor, but in the Senator, simply because of the fact you don't have to reload it as much. I think if you spam click it, I think you get like 8 shots.
You get 8 shots, yeah.
Before it overheats. Yeah, 8 shots.
You get a little bit more if it's a cold planet.
Yeah, a little bit more on cold planet, but again, since this is a heat weapon, you can let it cool down and all that jazz. And again, it's just a really good sidearm. It really is. Yeah. Like if you like the Senator, you'll like the Talon. I want to say you'll like the Talon. Truly.
Yeah, what was the booster for this? Oh my god, Sample Extricator.
Okay. I want to say Sample Extricator will be good for the new people. But it probably won't. But it probably won't.
Yeah, what's called Dynamite is the throwable here. It's medium armor penetration. You could destroy like fabrication and stuff with it. The only unique gimmick about this is it has a very, very wide explosive radius. And
a timer.
And a timer that you can change from either 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15, 5, 15, or 60. Why would you need a whole minute for this to go off? I wouldn't know. People say stealth. I don't play much stealth, but if they can attest to that, so be it. I think
technically you can't just throw it in a fabricator.
Yeah, just leave it there, I guess. But it's gimmicky. Yeah, it's like the best thing I'd say about it. It's
again, it has a really wide explosive radius.
It does have a really wide explosive radius is the best thing. And I guess you can like what's it called? If I don't know, you happen to get ragdolled a lot, and you know you want to give yourself a failsafe, just set it to 15 and kick that thing away from you. And then Hover Pack is this the only other strategy?
Lego loves this.
Yeah, Lego loves this. So Hover Pack is like so the thing about the Jump Pack, which is the only other existing mobility stratagem in this game, is that you beyond the Warp Pack at this time of launch, the only other mobility backpack stratagem, the Jump Pack, you can't aim. Jump Pack is more horizontal. Hover Pack lets you, as the name suggests, is hover, and you can
aim with the Jump Pack though.
No, you can't aim down sights. Sorry, aim down sights. While in the air, it lets you access vertical vantage points a lot easier than the Jump Pack, because the Jump Pack doesn't have as much vertical height; it's more horizontal. So this, especially with urban environments, you can get on roofs and such, or it's easily good against bugs. You can see because they don't like reach you.
Bugs don't have a lot of range.
They don't, yeah. Unless hunters actually can even jump at you still. They'll still claw at your ankles, which is kind of crazy. The thing I don't like about the Hover Pack,
in general though, it's still pretty good though.
Yeah, it's decent. It could be better. The thing I don't like about the Hover Pack is you can't cancel your hover. So if you use it, you have to like use the whole charge, which kind of sucks. You can use it as you're falling to negate fall damage, which is nice. But I say even if I were to take out my jump pack, bias this, I'd say this is still like maybe like a C-ish, like mid-level stratagem.
I think it works really effectively with certain stratagems.
This is true.
I think the flamethrower it works really well with
the flamethrower
because
works really well.
Because like you can fly up to a Biotitan face and just cook his face, and he can't do shit to you.
He can't do anything to you. Yeah.
Anyway,
like come to think
it's
about
still like
it.
mid.
Yeah, come to think about it, I don't think anything here actually stands out to me in terms of. I mean, Deadeye just again, like I said, feels good. Talent technically is good.
It feels good too.
Yeah.
Again.
And then Sound Electricator Dynamite's not that good. Hover Pack, I think, would be one of the highlights here, but I don't think it's enough to maybe push it.
It's a feel, and I think this is a feel good Warbond, but it's still like C. I think bottom of C tier.
You think it's worse than Cutting Edge and Steel Veterans?
Oh, wait, not bottom C tier, like above Steel Veterans, above those two, above those two.
What did we like about Steel Veterans again?
What was in there? I'm pretty sure there isn't like a crazy.
It was a bunch of servo assisted Senator Jar. You think?
Oh yeah, Senator's in here.
You think it's better than the Senator in the Jar?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's what
I don't use the Deadeye. I don't use the Deadeyes. Say it's probably worse than that, specifically in those two. But like, I think bottom of those certainly.
All right. Master of Ceremony. I think Drip is very good. I think the armor.
Armor is actually very good. It used to just be
the 50% chance to avoid grievous slip injury, which you won't even know if it procs. That's my issue with it. Like you wouldn't know if it actually procced or not. So because like Democracy Protects, which gives you coin flip. Yeah, it's are you dead or not?
Are you dead or not? Basically, this one is just like, will my arm break? I don't know.
Yeah, and Servo Assistant also has like limb health, which is more consistent than limb odds.
Yeah, it's a little bit more consistent. Also, because the range though is really good. But anyway.
But they did increase it by giving you. Yeah, they gave you a little bit of the Siege Ready and a bit of the Peak Physique, so you have a bit more. I think this is the same. Better. Is it the same as actually Siege Ready? 30%.
Yeah, it's 30% reload. Yeah.
Wow.
Very good. It's very good. But the Siege Ready does give you those extra bags though, so it's like.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Oh yeah. And then we have the amendment, which is
the Constitution, but actually usable.
Yeah, it's good damage too for a marksman rifle.
Feels good. Yeah, I want to say it's a feels good weapon at most.
Yeah, it's a feels good weapon at most. Saber melee, it's
gimmick.
It's a gimmick again. Melee in this game isn't very like.
I want to say out of all the like melee weapons, I think the saber is pretty up there though, because it does good damage and swings fast.
Oh yeah, it does damage, swings fast, and it has good cleave also.
Yeah. Anyway. Next page, last page, because I feel like that's like stuff is.
This is everything.
Do we want to talk about that? Do we want to talk about it right now?
Yeah, we'll start to talk about this. So the One True Flag, I think when people first saw this, they thought it would be like some sort of AOE buff, something that benefits.
Some people still hoping out for that. People in the files say there's code for it.
Oh, there's a hope for it? I hope so, because basically all this does is it's just a stun lance reskin. It actually even does stun enemies the moment you hit them, I think. And the range is the same. It's nothing too special. You are able to plant it, as you can see, but planting it does not give any like stamina buff, health buff, armor buff, damage, nothing like that. It's basically cosmetic, I'd say.
It's a cosmetic strategy.
And it takes up a support weapon too. And it's even though it's...
Yes, because it is a support weapon.
Okay, yeah, a support weapon with a 410-second cooldown with like no modifiers and all the shit mod upgrades. So... it's pure gimmick, I'd say. We say the word gimmick and novelty a lot. This is purely 100% that.
This is gimmick. If people would say on the files are true that there may be some buffs for it, it might be better later. But as it stands, this is probably like, to be honest, it is probably the worst based stratagem in this game.
I would say this is even lower than directional shield.
Don't come at me, Super Earth.
Don't come at me. I pay my taxes, but I want to say that this is like. Worse than directional shield. I think this is like the worst. Is this? You know what? I would even say sterilizer is better, because sterilizer even does more.
Well, because the sterilizer at least has gas effect. Literally, it's a melee weapon, and we know melee is in itself. So
sample scanner is a decently better sample booster, but
decently better sample booster. But I think like if you want to spend 1,000 super credits to get sample scanner, I don't think it's probably worth that. But if you think it's worth it, fine, because as it says, 50% chance to get your samples twice. This is probably the best thing here. Lego Lexus grenade.
Yeah, this is not a bad grenade. How much do you get to? You get like 5?
You get 6 of these.
You get 6 of these.
6 of these.
Wow, the base
you get
is
6
6.
of these.
Okay, because normally grenades are 4. Certain grenades or throwables are different. Like thermites, you only get 3. The organites, you get 20. This one you get 6. Frags, you get 5. I think.
Yeah, you get 5. But
yeah,
like
but yeah,
again, biotech is all right. Like the other fire stuff, it's fire and all that. But the AP on this is actually a lot higher than you think.
It is, yeah.
It can kill a charger and a Hulk, technically speaking.
You throw
maybe not like, through the armor. I think with the Hulks is event, but chargers it can technically kill them because how their underside and butt works and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But like it does good damage. It's not a bad grenade.
And
it's also
good like a little small AoE horde clear because it spins like and does fire damage before exploding.
Again,
see though, there's not really much to say about this Warbond. I'd say it's.
Do you think this is like bottom? Do you think this is actually a D Warbond?
I'm actually saying it's a D Warbond.
Okay, do you think it's better than Truth of Forces? Not Truth of Forces, than Borderland Justice.
Borderland Justice. Let's see. Because this is 100% useless. This is 100%.
Yeah, it is 100% useless. Like.
You get this all has some level of utility. Everything here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Sadly, the one true flag does have to go in D tier. Like I said, don't come at me. Don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me, Super Earth. But just to keep it on the down low between all you Xbox people, don't buy this.
Don't buy this. Don't buy it until they.
Don't buy it until the very.
Yeah. Wait for them to make changes. All right, Force of Law. This is right after the invasion of Super Earth, or like during, I think.
During the invasion of Super Earth.
Yeah, so this one was kind of focused.
I've used this weapon a lot. I haven't really used it too much.
I use this a lot. So pacifier, it fires kind of these mini stun. It's medium armor penetrating, which you think is good, but if you look at the damage, it's actually really low because it fires stun rounds, which it used to be
popular moment.
Yeah, like it used to be very poor where it wouldn't lock them down for so long. They kind of increase the stun impact, so it's a little bit better.
But they also changed how stun works. So
they also kind of changed how stun works. So, but overall, I think it's a pretty good weapon. It's a fair amount of attachments to modify things with. Sounds good, feels good. Damage is, like I said, very low. So you're not really looking to. You're gonna mag dump into like a devastator unless you're going for headshots. Which I mean, if you just like shooting things, it's all right. Oh my god, even the flashlight stayed here. Did you?
No. I didn't realize the background was like actually like a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. We're discovering things. Anyway, past that.
Overall, I'd say it's like a mid-tier assault rifle. Nothing too good, nothing awful though. So it's nice to have.
I would personally talk about this armor passive. I think this is like.
Yeah, I see you use this one more.
Armor passive.
Ballistic pad.
Yeah. Look at that. It's very good. If you want to live. This is your armor passive because again provides percentage. Like this isn't like pseudo resistance. Like it's like straight up just damage on these things. Like your chest takes less damage, which means it does stack with vitality, which is very good. You will live a lot more things because of this armor passive, and the whole hemorrhaging thing is very good now because bleeding is fucking
bleeding
nightmare.
Actually hurts now. Yeah,
bleeding actually hurts now, but like. This is like very safe armor passive. Like, if you want more explosive resistance, you can always use the actual explosive, like 75%. Yeah, fortified and stuff.
50, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's 50. Either way.
Yeah. Also, like bleeding from your chest really sucks now. So it's really good that it has like prevents all damage from bleeding if your chest hemorrhages.
And drip, pretty alright too.
Oh yeah, it looks really good too. It looks very solid. What's the one here? Stun pods. I guess it's not as bad as fire pod from Freedom's Flame, but you won't kill teammates. Yeah.
But it's annoying.
it is somewhat annoying. But it works both ways if you were to call hell pods close by on enemies, on top of enemies. Does this work on hell bombs and like other stuff?
Yeah, it works on those. Anything that's a pod, it will.
So SSSDs, hell bombs. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Anything that's a pod, it will work on.
All right. And then the escalator. I actually like this one. It's fun. I don't know.
It's this. I think if anything, is not a must-have. I think it's a must-have truly. This is. Wait, hold on.
Okay, so while he blows his nose, let me talk about this for a bit. So I think de-escalator As you can see, it's a grenade launcher type stratagem. It works where you shoot the round, and then at the point of impact where it finds all nearby targets and then creates an arc of lightning to them. They don't bounce similar to an arc thrower, but as you can see, it's very good crowd clear. But because it's an arc-based weapons, there's a lot of chance for friendly fire, especially on yourself if you do happen to use it close.
Factory Striders are probably like the biggest weakness when it comes to the bots in general. Are the weakest for this thing, but like the bugs, you melt so much. Now, the one thing that does really suck about this is because the whole round reloading.
Yeah, it reloads very slow, and there is no speed reload.
Very slow.
And like I said, there's a lot of risks. There's a lot of risks to you hitting teammates or even yourself. So if you feel like other people or you are a danger to yourself or others, take like the conduit armor or like the resistance armor, or at least acclimated, so you don't instantly one shot, because it hurts yourself a lot more than it hurts them. Yeah.
It hurts, but this is still a very good grenade.
Yeah. Also, it cannot close structures, because even though it says explosive, it doesn't have high demo force, which are two different things.
Doesn't really have high demo force.
Grenade launcher can, this can't. This is mainly really just mob clear and an occasional heavy clear.
Yes.
Very solid.
Again,
though.
It's still very good though.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
What was this one? Guard dog K9. Okay, so this is basically a guard dog with a mounted arc thrower onto it. I don't quite know this one so well in terms of the actual stats. I don't know if it's the same range as the what's it called, arc thrower. I think arc thrower was like 50 meters. Does this bounce? It does bounce the arc.
It does bounce. It does bounce. It does bounce like an arc thrower. I really do think this thing is like a mix between the arc thrower and the blitz, because I don't know if you see the clips here, like how it shoots. Like, do you not see like multiple bolts coming out of this thing?
Oh, let me see.
Is that just me?
Oh no, it's only one. It's only one.
But like, it bounces a lot.
It bounces a lot though, yeah.
But either way though, it's just an arc thrower, basically just strapped to a gun.
Yeah, and arc thrower is still a very good weapon because it is arc 87 very high. It stuns.
And it doesn't kill. And again, it stuns very effectively. So like, if you want like a weapon that can kill things as well as control crowds a little bit, the K9's pretty good. If you want like pure like crowd control, you go with the gas drone.
Yeah.
If you want like pure straight killing shit, the normal guard dog.
Yeah, there is
risk. You don't use a laser.
There is risk of you killing your teammates again and yourself with this because of the bounces. But if we were to take out the whole, if you were to do this solo, I feel like this is a great backpack, because
it's a good dog.
It's a good dog. It's a very good dog. Yeah, and then the
urchin.
Think of the thermite. Think of the thermite in terms of how it sticks, but it's really just stuns. And how it works is that you stick this on something. If it does land, if not, it just stays at the ground, and then it pulses. And it has a small AoE where it stuns, and it staggers pretty heavily. If you were to put it on yourself or close by yourself, you would just like fall to the ground. It's
it's the stun grenade, but like stronger stun, but one single target.
Yeah, now, it's very single target focused.
Unlike the stun grenade, it does affect Titans. I don't know if you remember them changing it to do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does affect Titans. So my Xbox peeps, if you do want something to affect the Titan, you can use an urchin. But again, you won't kill it.
Yeah, but for other enemies like chargers, it'll actually stun them. They'll
it actually stun
immobile.
But again, at the end of the day, like, why stun when you could kill?
When you can kill. Okay, so think about this. I don't know. I kind of thought this Warbond was a lot better, but looking back at it, even the past
the K9 is probably the K9 and the armor is probably the best.
The K9 armor is probably the best.
The de-escalator is actually really good.
Stun
the de-escalator is really good.
Yeah. Okay. If I was to
the de-escalator, the armor, and I think the K9 are probably the best things here. But I still think it's like a C tier.
Personally. You think it's C? It's like, ooh, let's see. Let me look at this.
Like, the armor passive is really good though. Like,
armor passive is good, so I'm putting it at least at B tier, because this with the because of the threat of the escalator and a guard dog like killing your teammates and yourself. I
forgot this is also for the peeps. I forgot peeps. So
yeah,
very very team killy happy. So when you get used to team killing / not team killing,
I'm just gonna put this here for now. Freedom's Flame, what was Freedom's Flame? Inflammable, armor passive, cookout, crisper, torture.
Did you get was there a grenade in there?
This had
I want to say it's probably better than Freedom's Flame. Like, personally,
I'm feeling that too. Freedom's Flame just had firebomb. I mean, yeah, it's definitely better than Freedom's Flame.
Again, it's like the cookout's really good, but the armor is it's more situational. So I think it's probably better than Freedom's Flame. Not better than Patriots. So like in between those two.
Okay, I'll leave it there. And then the last one, which we just had, is Control Group. There's not a lot of fun ones because the name implies it's all very experimental.
You use the verdict. I use the EPOC. So I'll talk about the EPOC.
Yeah. So let's start with the armor passive, which I actually like. Adrenal Defibrillator. It's basically like you're gonna die.
I haven't used this.
You're gonna but it's gonna stim you, and then you're gonna live for a short bit. You're gonna have constantly decaying health. You can still stim yourself to make you like increase the effect, but you're gonna be constantly losing health. You do have 50% resistance to arc damage, and your stim durations are increased by 2 seconds. It also puts your sound in a very unique place where it kind of echoes as if you're, you know, like it's interesting, but unless they fix the sound and the fact that you also can't sprint when you're in this effect, you can only walk, which sucks.
If anything, I feel like this armor passive is cinematic than anything.
It's more cinematic.
It might go really well with the Halo collab, whatever that was.
Yeah, it's more cinematic than anything, but I think there's a lot more. I feel like you should be taking armor that prevents you from even hitting a fatal like health instead of like something to do once you hit fatal health. So that's how I feel about it. Primary weapon is a variable. It's a very interesting weapon where you have 7 barrels on one gun. It's a lot of things you can change, such as the firing method, whether you either fire 1 round, 7 rounds, or all 48 rounds. And raw damage is pretty high if you fire all 48, because damage is multiplied by each round. So 80. I think it's like at least 4,000 plus. I don't know the math top of my head. And you can also change the fire rate. Even though it is like armor penetrating, I think it's still a very solid weapon across the board. You can still you could 2-tap Devastator heads.
You can do a lot with it.
You can do a lot with it, especially with the all rounds. You can kill,
blow out charger butts too, which I forgot about.
You can blow up a charger with 1 full shot. Same with an impaler forehead. Caveat here is 1, it's a little bit of a heavy gun, so unless you want to take peak physique or you just have the patience for it, you're gonna spend some time swinging this around. Also, if you do fire all the rounds and you have more than 23 ammo, you're gonna knock yourself back. So if you want to not get knocked back, you should go prone and then shoot, but that's a lot to consider with this gun. But what kind of highlights here, as the name implies, is there's a lot of variety, a lot of flexibility with this weapon, even though it is like armor penetrating. So I like this gun a lot. And
it does a lot.
It does a lot. And then the Epoch is like the plasma based support weapon, which Rogue uses a lot of.
I like the Epoch. I don't think it's as bad as people say, but as the guy explodes. But I will say, real fast caveat for anyone new, but when you're charging this weapon, like the railgun, at a certain point, it will explode and it will kill you. So just keep that in mind when using it if you buy this Warbond. But the Epoch it's an anti-tank weapon. It's a plasma-based anti-tank weapon. But how it differs from other anti-tank weapons, in my personal opinion, is the fact that you can fire those shots back to back very quickly. Like, for instance, the recoilless, very strong, very high damage weapon, but you have to take the time to reload this weapon. It can be a problem if you're dealing with multiple heavies, like back to back. Same thing with the Quasar, but the Quasar is a little different because it has a limited cooldown and all that jazz. So if anything, it competes with the Quasar a bit more, but you can charge it up, fire a shot, do some damage again, and really quickly charge it up on a shot, fire back, instantly kill, 2-shot, whatever you're looking at, in like half decent heavy enemy. When it comes to like Bio Titans and Striders, I think the AP on this thing is like 5 or something. So it's like technically more than it's high. It's a high AP weapon. So like you can't just straight up damage a lot of things. You just straight through them, which is very good. And I think that's pretty underrated for it. You can just straight up just damage a lot of enemies. Again, there's a whole charge up aspect of it, so you gotta get used to that. And again, the whole killing yourself part is probably the issue.
Yeah, this gun has a bit of a learning curve. Yeah,
it is some learning curve to it because the charging up. I feel like it's better to see the charge up when you're in first person than third person. I hate the third person charge little bar down there. It does not feel good.
It's very hard to see.
And when it first came out, spread.
Yeah, the weapon had a lot of spread, so
it still has some spread, but it's way better.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's pretty good. I think the biggest caveats for me personally is it's not the best ammo economy. You get like 3 rounds per mag, I'll call it, and then you get 3 in reserve, and then every reload is stationary. And like I said earlier, there's a bit of a learning curve when it comes to the charge, because how well you charge it is how well you use it determine how well you charge it. But if you charge it past the optimal level, you destroy the gun and kill yourself. And because the gun's destroyed like the railgun, you have to wait a while before you're able to call it again. And unlike the railgun, it doesn't have a safe mode, so it's really just you're gonna die a lot experimenting with this, but I think it is worth it because it is a pretty good. The next one here, I think this is heavy adrenal. Yeah, heavy adrenal, and then laser sentry. I wouldn't say there's much bad stuff about this because even if it was,
it's not bad. It's just like it can get overwhelmed because again, no stagger, so like.
You're right, no stagger on it, so it can easily
no stagger on it, so it can get run down pretty hard, especially if it's targeting like a Hulk or something, right? Or Charger or Titan or something like that. So it can get run down pretty effectively, but since it's a sentry, you usually want to call them off to the side where they're not like instantly aggroed anyway, so it can actually do something for you. Especially if you're like complementing, like working with your sentries, like you have this sentry, a Gatling sentry, rocket sentry. It will do work with the other sentries on top of it.
They will do work. Let's talk about the arc grenade. I think this is a nice way to implement the arc. I did not know that it bounced. So basically, when you, I wish I had a video about it, but you throw it and then from where it lands, it doesn't instantly detonate. It has like it attacks on intervals, and every now and then it unleashes a pulse, and anything around it hits with an arc bolt, and it does this multiple times, and every time it does bounce and move around. So be aware of that, as well as call it out if you're throwing it where someone else is at. I don't know what's the max amount of bounces it does.
It does 3 bounces, 3 charges.
3 bounces.
So like you throw the first one, pulses. Well, okay, it has 3 pulses, but I think it bounces like twice, or it bounces like I don't know.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. Like area denial and like mob clear.
Yeah, it's pretty effective mob clear. Like you will kill small enemies with this pretty effectively.
You can't.
And since it's an arc effect, it does stun.
It does stun. Yeah, it also does stagger if it doesn't kill anything that it doesn't already do. But it also doesn't destroy outposts or bug holes or anything like that, right?
It has no demo force. Yeah,
no demo force.
So it's purely like a damage grenade.
Yeah, it's purely like a damage. So if you like, you could throw this on a breach or like a
drop
or anything, and it can definitely help out. So it does have its uses there, but I don't know. I like my throwables to at least have more than one use, whether it's damage, destroying structures, some form of utility combined with the damage. So I feel like
it doesn't have much utility, which is the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't have much utility because it also, if it doesn't kill the thing it does stun them, but it has a very high damage anyway. So now we're talking about War Pack. Yeah, the last thing. So this is a very unique method of mobility. I use this a lot. I think it's like the Epoch. It has its very own learning curve, risk reward, where you can use it to, as you can see, like dodge enemy attacks, go through walls, and even damage on rematerialization. But you can infinitely use it, but you can tell by the color that's on the War Pack. If it's purple, it's fully charged and you can use as much as you like. If it's yellow or orange, you can use it again, but you risk damaging yourself. If it's like basically red, your next jump will kill you, and it also will destroy the War Pack. So, it's good to manage it as well. When you do damage yourself, when it's not all purple or all red, you also risk a leg injury or setting yourself on fire. Leg or arm injury. So, there's a lot of things to consider. You can combine this with a lot of other movements, such as cooking a grenade, charging a
like you're fully able to move.
Yeah, you're fully able to act with everything. Like maybe not if you're in a terminal, or if you're in an emplacement or in a mech, but if you're like, you can reload and then warp. You can unless it's stationary, you can cook a grenade and then warp. You can dive then warp. What else is there? I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do.
It's a movement based weapon.
Yeah, it's a very movement based.
I like the aspect of just going through walls with it.
Going through walls is very good.
Like versus the bots, I think it's very good because you just do their freaking fortified walls without having to go around. It's very nice.
Any enemy you can't kill on remilitarization, I think kills you though. So
any heavy will kill you. Also, even if they aren't like a heavy, like a brute commander, I'm pretty sure a brute commander will kill you.
Yeah, and I feel like the more you use this, the better you get with knowing its distance, because you can also use this to cheat out ledges that are too high for you to mantle, but only if it's like within certain thresholds and parameters. Because if you don't do it, you basically just warp in place, which can suck. But I think this is a very good. I don't know. The whole Warbond has been very good in terms of flexible, unique gameplay styles. such especially the variable and the work pack. I like this a lot. I wish stuff in it worked better, like the Adrenal, the Defib, the Epoch, and the Laser Sentry. But I think overall, let's see, what is it?
It's alright.
I think it's alright.
What is the last Warbond rank, bro?
So War Pack easily brings it to above B. I think if you combine variable Epoch, it takes it to A.
Would you say it's better than Would you say it's better than Polar Patriots?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Would you say it's better than Chemical Agents?
I say definitely as well.
Okay. Better than Servants?
This is where it gets hard because Servants of Freedom has a Hellbomb, which
is a Hellbomb and what else?
Yeah, I was gonna put it there for now and then look at it. Take a look at it.
Hellbomb. There was another one in there. Pretty sure.
Hellbomb and Ultimatum.
Yeah, Hellbomb and Ultimatum. So, yeah, I mean, I think the Hellbomb alone just outclasses that personally.
I think so.
Because like, it's just like again, it's just flavor. Like most of that Warbond, just flavor. I feel like live is just like if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, I think the only thing here that's really unique is the Warp Pack. Epoch you could substitute for any other like anti-tank.
Most anti-tank weapons.
Variable
obviously.
with another like,
variable is
the reprimand. It's like a reprimand, you know.
Yeah, reprimand. The reprimand. The arc grenade. Most other grenades.
Other grenades for clearing things.
The gas. See, that's what I say. Like, you can just bring the gas.
Take the gas grenade. True, yeah. So, I think like yeah,
the armor again, it's like whatever.
And the armor's whatever because it needs some fix. The fact you can't sprint really sucks. But like, let's take another final pass through this. So I'm happy with Democratic Detonation being at the very top. I think it deserves it. I think
crossbow, eruptor, aid pistol, in what boosters in there? Booster.
I forgot the booster. I don't think we cared much about the booster, do we?
I think the booster was like mid. I think booster was pretty mid.
Yeah, expert extraction pilot.
Yeah, pretty mid.
Oh, thermite. I forgot about thermite. Also.
Oh yeah, and thermite and adjudicator.
Yeah,
pretty decent.
So Helldivers Mobilize.
It's free.
It's free, and you get so much good stuff in here. So I think
you get all the basically the best boosters in the game.
You do all the very critical boosters. Truth Enforcers. We liked the Halt, the Reprimand.
And the Loyalist was alright. The passive was alright.
Oh yeah, Unflinching passive is pretty solid. Where is this?
Like towards the bottom. Go down.
There you go.
There you go. Again, Drip. We're not considering Drip, but Drip is pretty good. Again, Reprimand. I don't know. I still think the Reprimand is just better than Vipers personally. But but Vipers does have experimental infusion.
It does, yeah.
So maybe we actually flip those.
Yeah, I'm thinking about flipping this too because the armor.
Experimental fusion is.
Yeah, peak physique and experimental fusion is definitely I think better than Reprimand and Halt and peak Unflinching, like you said. But Unflinching is still like a really good armor, especially with the recent changes to it.
And again, Reprimand is very good with the customization.
Yeah,
very good primary with the customization.
With the customization, Urban Legends, ATE emplacement, and Siege Ready. Is it better?
Siege Ready,
is
ATE
it better
placement.
than Truth Enforcer though?
I mean, I don't.
I want to say they're the same.
Maybe,
I feel like they're the same.
They're just.
Yeah.
I think those are interchangeable. The Siege Ready is really good, but again, I think the Reprimand is better than most weapons in that.
Yes, it's true.
What weapons are in there?
And
there's
in here.
Urban Legends. Yeah, because I know you
only get the stun lance.
You just passed it, bro.
That's it, bro.
Oh, Flame Sentry. Yeah. You
actually don't get weapons.
It's just Siege Ready is really fucking in the 18.
Yeah, Siege Ready is so good as well as AT placement, but AT placement in itself is situational.
Yeah.
Servants of Freedom,
DE
Sickle,
Hellbomb,
DE
Sickle, Hellbomb, and Ultimatum. Mostly Ultimatum and Hellbomb. Just, I think just by themselves, just put that there. It's like, it's Hellbomb, bro. Hellbomb. It's a Hellbomb, bro. I can't say they was, but it's a Hellbomb, bro.
And then Control Group is a Warp Pack in my opinion. I do like.
I know you say Warp Pack, but I think the Epoch and Warp Pack. Bring it up here. Variable again is pretty alright. If anything, I say Control Group is mostly just flavor. Like everything in here can technically be replaced with something, but it's just good flavor. Good flavor.
All right, chemical agents, stim pistol,
gas grenade, gastrone, stim pistol, gas grenade, gastrone. Yeah, kind of. But gas grenade is really good.
Gas grenade is really really good.
And the drone is pretty alright too.
Drone's pretty alright too. Polar Patriots, Purifier. I know we say tenderizer, motivational shocks, but is Purify really enough just to bring this all by itself here?
I mean, the Purify is a really fucking good gun, though.
Purify Verdict. Purify Verdict, and that's it.
Incendiary Impact. I mean, Tenderizer is technically a good gun. It's just a side grade. So, like, it doesn't really do anything, but it's a side grade.
And
it's, you know.
Force of Law was Urchin, De-Escalator, Purifier, and Stun Pods. Yeah, I think Polar Patriots is better than Force of Law.
Yeah, I mean, again, the De-Escalator is probably the best thing in Law.
Yeah.
Personally.
And I think Force of Law is definitely better than Freedom's Flame, which is just Torture, Crisper, Cookout, Firebomb, Hell Pods. It does have Inflammable, but I do think it's also very situational.
Inflammable is mostly for, personally.
Incendiary Core and Fire Tornadoes.
The Fire Tornado planets, but like, again, mostly for the Incineration Core. Cookout's good, and the other two weapons are good, but like, again, situational, because again, they're just crowd control weapons, and it requires some effort.
Yeah, I do think all of these do fit the mid.
The mid.
They all fit the mid.
They're all mid, but they have something in them that's really good.
Still veterans is just, let's see, Jar 5 and Senator, right? Because we don't really need all these different servo assisted, flexibles, whatever. Concussive is sad. Breaker is nice.
Breaker's good, but again, I think the other Warbonds have other things that can clear out.
Yeah, I like the Cookout, which is again better, which I already put it here.
Yeah,
right, I'm happy putting this here. And then Cutting Edge. Where's Cutting Edge? You get Blitzer.
I mean, again, but like compared to everything else,
you're right. Senator and Jar. You're right. Senator and Jar is here.
Senator Jar. Blitzer's good, but like all these other things do the same thing. Gas effect.
Gas is better than Stun. I think. Let's see, Sickle. Yeah, I feel there's better stuff than Sickle. Localizations, whatever.
See, localizations good on low level. That's about it. Plasma Punisher is good, but like, it's not that good.
It's not that good. Borderland Justice, I would say, is kind of just feels good. Also, nothing really makes this gunslinger. It's
crazy.
Nice, like a quick reload on sidearms are nice, but
your sidearms are your sidearms. They're not like your main go-to.
Yeah, they're not like your main go-tos. Yeah. Then Dynamite.
Talon's good, but again, it's like sidearm, and Dynamite's whatever. Hoverback is also like whatever. It's good, but in certain situations, it's whatever.
And right? I think Mass Ceremonies. I think it
has to be D, bro.
It has to be. The flag is just not good.
The flag is bad. The flag is bad.
The flag is bad. This is the what's it called? I'm not gonna spend 1,000 super credits just to farm samples quicker.
Farm samples quicker.
It is a nice, what's it called? Armor passive.
The armor passive is cool, but like there's way better armor
passives out there.
So I think truly.
I think that's it. Yeah.
All right, here's your quintessential best Warbond tier list. Everyone else is wrong. Wall is the best person out there. Wall is truth. Wall is life. Yes. And Xbox peeps, I really hope that you guys. I hope you guys love this game because it's a very good game.
Yeah. So that's your first 1,000 super credits. Is how you should spend it. I think.
Truly, yeah. Well, except for the free one.
Except for Mobilize.
Like, 1,000 super credits. This is what you should probably keep. Okay. This is not end all be all. Besides maybe Democratic Detonation. That's probably like a straight up must buy.
Yeah, this is must buy. Everything else, maybe within the zone tiers, you can like flex around, but like I think you should always start with this.
Yeah, like start out with Democratic Detonation, but all the other tiers are like flex buy within their set, whatever you want. Yeah, but just straight up, don't buy servers. Don't buy
Master Ceremony. Yeah.
Don't buy Master Ceremony first.
Yeah, if
you want to do that first, I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
If you want to focus more utility, chemical agents is great. If you want to have a bit of mobility, I think Control Group with Warpack. If you want to, I don't know, just do tons of more damage, Servants of Freedom. If you want to be more up close personal, or like use heavier guns, more up close personals, Biber Commandos. If you just want nice all around, I feel like Truth Enforcers is very good.
Truth Enforcers is good for nice all around because your primaries are really good. So.
Same with Urban Legends because the primary reload is like, and the extra ammo is also just very good. But yeah, I think that's it. Any other last words you want to give, Rogue?
Like I said, I hope my Xbox peeps love this game because it's a very good game, and I hope Arrowhead cooks when they finally update the game. Hope they cook. Hope we get some crazy shit, crazy nonsense. Please give me some crazy stuff, Arrowhead. All right.
All right. That's
it.
That's about it. All right. We'll call it there. Hey everyone, post-editing Wallbouncing here. I just want to give a big thank you to all those who stuck around to the end. I don't normally do long-form editing videos like this. Sometimes it's a small scripted videos or gameplay commentaries. If you like what you see, like what you heard, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel a little bit more, consider becoming a YouTube member where you get emotes, member badges, stuff like that. And also consider joining our Discord where we talk about Helldivers as well as some other games. And if you want to see me play this game live, which I do regularly, I say regularly very loosely because, you know, schedules can be a bit finicky. But if you do want to know when I start attempting jump pack clips or dying to impact, consider following me on Twitch. Beyond all that, I want to say a big thank you to, again, all those who stayed till the end, all my existing channel members, and you all have a great day.